A number of Toronto International Film Festival movies have gone on to huge success. A wide variety of Oscar nominees and winners have premiered at TIFF, including 127 Hours, Slumdog Millionaire, Precious, The Fabelmans, Silver Linings Playbook, and The King's Speech. While it remains to be seen which movies from this year's festival, which runs through September 14th, will achieve such high honors, ScreenRant's reviews of some of the biggest titles that have already screened at TIFF 2025, which can be found below, can offer some insight into the way the tide is turning. Adulthood. Josh Gad and Kaya Scodelario hold a body wrapped in torp in adulthood. The new comedy directed by Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure star Alex Winter stars Josh Gad and Kaya Scodelario as siblings desperately trying to figure out how to deal with the dead body they found in their parents' basement. The movie earned a dismal 3 out of 10 from Graham Gutman. Read an excerpt from his adulthood review below. Bad Apples. Saoirse Ronan looking bedraggled while teaching elementary schoolers in Bad Apples. This dark comedy stars Saoirse Ronan as a young teacher whose elementary classroom becomes a psychological battleground with a particularly unruly student. Read an excerpt from May Abdelbaki's unscored Bad Apples review below. Blue Moon. Ethan Hawke gazing up at Margaret Qualley, who stands next to him, in Blue Moon. Richard Linklater's new biopic stars Ethan Hawke as Lorenz Hart, the former writing partner of Richard Rodgers, who attempts to deal with his feelings at a bar on the opening night of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma. It earned a solid score of 7 out of 10 from Rachel Labonte. Read an excerpt from her Blue Moon review below. California Schemin'. Samuel Bottomley and Seamus McLean Ross rapping at each other on stage in California Schemin'. This unusual music biopic, which is the directorial debut of Split star James McAvoy, stars Samuel Bottomley and Seamus McLean Ross as Syllable N. Brains, a Scottish rap duo who pretended to be American. The movie earned 7 out of 10 from Rachel Labonte. Read an excerpt from her California Schemin' review below. The Christophers. Michaela Coel looks toward Ian McKellen, who stands in a doorway, in The Christophers. The new film from the prolific Steven Soderbergh follows the children of a late artist hiring a forger to complete his last paintings and stars Ian McKellen, Michaela Coel, James Corden, and Jessica Gunning. The drama earned a score of 7 out of 10 from Rachel Labonte. Read an excerpt from her The Christophers review below. Carolina Caroline. Samara Weaving points a gun while Kyle Gallner stands behind her in Carolina Caroline. This new romantic crime thriller features director Adam Carter Raymeyer reuniting with his Dinner in America collaborator Kyle Gallner, who co-stars with Ready or Not Samara Weaving. It earned a score of 7 out of 10 from Graham Gutman. Read an excerpt from his Carolina Caroline review below. Tom, Dean's script often gestures as to the W.A. Christie. Sydney Sweeney as Christy Martin baring her teeth in Christie. This anticipated sports biopic stars Euphoria and Anyone But You actor Sydney Sweeney as boxing legend Christy Martin, who is a member of the International Boxing Hall of Fame. The movie earned 5 out of 10 from Rachel Labonte. Read an excerpt from her Christie review below. Driver's Ed. The cast of Driver's Ed posing around a Driver's Ed car. Driver's Ed, which was directed by Bobby Farrelly, There's Something About Mary, stars White Lotus Season 3 breakout Sam Nivola as a teenager who decides to go on a road trip using a car he stole from his driver's ed teacher. It earned a score of 6 out of 10 from Rachel Labonte. Eleanor the Great. June Squibb stands in front of a Ferris wheel in Eleanor the Great. The feature directorial debut of Scarlett Johansson stars Thelma's June Squibb as a lonely nonagenarian who is reeling from the death of a close friend and accidentally insinuates herself into a support group for Holocaust survivors. It earned a score of 6 out of 10 from Rachel Labonte. Read an excerpt from her Eleanor the Great review below. Eternity. Miles Teller looking on as Callum Turner holds Elizabeth Olsen's hand to his chest in Eternity 2025. This high-concept rom-com follows a woman, Elizabeth Olsen, who has a week to decide whether to spend her afterlife with her longtime husband, Miles Teller, or her first love, Callum Turner, who died young in a war. The project earned a mixed 6 out of 10 from May Abdelbaki. Read an excerpt from her Eternity review below. Exit 8. Kozunori Ninomiya as the lost man looking disturbed in Exit 8. This Japanese horror movie, which is based on the 2023 video game The Exit 8, follows a man who is trapped in a subway tunnel that doesn't seem to have an end. It got a disappointing score of 4 out of 10 from May Abdelbaki. Read an excerpt from her Exit 8 review below.